A first-hand account of a deadly school shooting from the Minnesotan who stopped it.
This weekend marks 20 years since two students lost their lives at Rocori High School in Cold Spring. Bullets hit 14-year-old Seth Bartell and 17-year-old Aaron Rollins while they were leaving a locker room. Rollins died at the school. Bartell died at the hospital. The shooter, 15-year-old Jason McLaughlin, received life in prison with a possibility of parole after 33 years. Only on WCCO, John Lordson talks with those who were there that day about the changes they've seen when it comes to school safety.
You don't forget. You're never going to forget about it. But, you know, society just kind of keeps reminding you of the problems that we have.
Not a day goes by that Mark Johnson doesn't think about September 24th, 2003. He was the Rocori gym teacher who confronted and stopped Jason McLaughlin from potentially shooting more people.
I got a lot of students, past students, that, you know, come up, and especially coming around now, you know, that they'll come up and talk to me about it. I don't really see myself as a hero. It's just more of a reaction.
But it was a reaction that changed Johnson's life forever. And he's far from alone. Even though it's been 20 years, the feelings and the emotions are still raw. Many of the students impacted back then are parents now.
It's one of those things you never expect it to happen in your hometown, and I had younger siblings at the time, so it really hit home.
Cold Spring Richmond Police Chief Jason Bloom graduated from Rocori. He was in college when the shooting happened and remembers worrying about his family members who were still in school.
Everybody in the school, you don't know what's going on. It's just chaos and just worried about everybody.
That day helped motivate Bloom's career. His kids now attend Rocori, and he says he's worked hard to maintain a solid connection with the entire district to keep kids safe.
We have a great relationship with not only the Cold Spring Richmond Police Department, but also the Sheriff's Office. Superintendent
Kevin Enerson and Principal Ryan Hauge say a lot has changed over the past 2 decades as they work to have the highest safety compliance they can. That includes enabling students to report something anonymously if they see a threat. And while it may seem surreal at times, kids practice run, hide, and fight strategies in school.
The advent of crisis planning and preparing for situations is changed in all school districts.
I think every school is trying as hard as they can to be as safe as they can. It's the top priority we come in with every day, is to make sure our students are safe physically and emotionally.
Johnson applauds those efforts, but believes there's still more to do.
I'm all for the Second Amendment, but, you know, if you're going to own one, then take the responsibility of taking care of it. And I think 2 students would still be alive if we had an accountability of accessibility. Got to learn to take care of the guns that we have.
Even as he's forced to look back, Johnson is optimistic about the future. Now retired after nearly 50 years of teaching and coaching, he misses working with kids. But he says he left his job knowing they're in good hands.
I have full faith in this school district. I have full faith in all school districts, to be honest with you. They're all doing the best that they can do.
In Cold Spring, John Lordson, WCCO News.
School leaders believe the real heroes that day were Mark Johnson, along with police and first responders.